Hello, everyone. I'm just checking optics here. Make sure that I am live and my volume is on. Thank you for your patience. It is 4:18. I know I said 4 o'clock, but we were happily busy today at the store. So I've hit the live button, but nothing's happening, so I'm just waiting. I'll be live in a minute. Just going to refresh my page. Hopefully that'll help. There we are. Okay. I have to have the computer beside me. Let's see if this works. Yep, my volume is on. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Bella. I'm here for Class Act in Oshawa, and I am bringing to you today two fun little fairy cards in inspiration with our National Craft Month. We're going to be celebrating everything that is magical and mystical and bringing it to you with some fun flares. Okay, so today, let's jump right in. I'm going to be presenting to you a card using the Spellbinder's Dancing Fairy. Her name is Twinkle. So this is the die. I'm just going to flip over so you can see her pieces. And I have put this together just to show you how I have put her together with her little fashionista dress, because we're doing fairy fashionista today. So I'm just going to move her over here, and this is the first card that we are going to be doing today. There she is. She's all fashionable in her beautiful gold lame dress, and she has a little star and gold shoes to finish her ensemble, and we have some little vellum wings. All right, the beauty with this little fairy is that she's so versatile. You could do her with brown hair, red hair, blonde hair. You could add a little wreath of flowers to her hair, all kinds of things you could do with this sweet little Twinkle. So I'm just going to set her aside so you can keep an eye on her. And here's a funny little story to share with you. When I had her in the box, I didn't see her legs and I thought they got stuck. But no, they swing around, so we're good. So let me show you how she swings. Okay? I don't want to get you dizzy on the camera, but that's how her little legs swing. So that's why they call them the dancing dies by Spellbinders. So, first of all, we're going to put our fairy together. Let me put her over here. And I've cut all the pieces already. And she's pretty simple to put together. So, here we go. All right. I have my tweezers. Tweezers are here. My card is all pre-cut to go. Oops. Let me just pull the tweezers out. I lost a little plastic nib to the bottom, so I don't want to hurt myself. Hello. It's coming out. There we go. Like they're a little gummy. All right, so with the fairy, we get the head, the hair. As you can see here, let me move this over. Okay. All right. Move that over. I'm just going to put the pieces aside. And I'm going to zip through her a little bit, only because I have two cards to show you today. So we're going to put, first of all, with the head, what I do, because she's got these little open areas here, I usually take a little white piece of paper and I just go right behind there and adhere it to her face. So if I go a little bit off camera, I'm sorry. Now the cardstock that I am using is I believe, Toasted Nut by Basil. It's a bit of a little darker skin tone. We also have peach. All right. Let's clean that up a bit. Okay, so you see how you have that there. Let it dry. Okay, and I'm going to put her hair on her head. Again, there's a little bit of, let's move this over. A little bit of glue here. Okay. There you go. And now we're going to dress her. So she has this little body here. And then the dress will go first. And then this will go on top. So because I'm using paper on glitter, actually, you know what? I'm going to be very different. Take this side because I have the floral. So the great thing about this little fairy is that you could cut this in floral or the opposite, whatever you want. You can two-tone it and they just sit like this on the bodice. Sorry, just there you go. It's like paper dolls. Making sure that she's there. There you go. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Sandra. So there's a little dress piece. Okay, can you see that? I hope I'm focused. And then along with the little dress piece, there's also this little piece here. Okay, as you see in my diagram up here. That's just like her little sachet, her little sash. And that's going to go right here. Now you gotta let this dry, but for optics here, I'm gonna really be brave and courageous. See if it just sticks, especially with the gold. Okay, and then on her body, just gonna put a little glue here. Oops. And then do that. Hold it down for a tad. It just goes below her shoulders. See how she's coming along? So quick. This is the last piece. We don't glue this onto her, and I'll show you why after. So now we're going to glue on, I guess we'll do the head first so that we can figure out where those wings are going to lay. I cut the wings out twice. So we'll give her a little bit of neck. Okay, you don't have to go too far down. Sorry. Down here. There you go. Hi, Terry. Hi, Judy. Thank you for joining me. See how that goes in the back there? That little round piece connects the head to the body. All right, and now I'm going to do the wings. So I'm going to do one at a time. Now, sorry if you can't see these because they are vellum. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. I'm just going to put them right in between her shoulder blades. Bring it down from the neck, and you can slide it down. And then we're going to flip her over, put some glue on here, and give her another set of transparent wings. I'm just going to flip her over a little bit, give it time to dry. See how you're seeing the two wings there? Yeah, it just gives her a little bit more dimension. She needs extra flying power. All right, so now we have the little wand. So fun. It's like putting paper dolls together. And then there's her little wand. Hi, Carol. Thank you for joining. Oh, wonderful, Judy. Yeah, notifications. If you hit that notification bell, you'll get the notifications when we're live. Don't worry if you don't catch us live, because you can always find us on Facebook, on replay. You can just scroll down, but the best place after we go live is always go to YouTube. We transfer everything to YouTube, every single live that we do. All right, so she's looking mighty fine. And we have a little star. So I'm just going to push her up here. A little star goes on her, like a little belt for her. Now, I'm going to move her shoes. Those are her shoes. Fancy. And I'm going to bring in, hopefully, yes, I did bring my markers. Okay. So for her eyes, you could use any marker you like because it's so tiny in there. I'm just going to use a very fine point micro pen, excuse me, to do her eyes. See, my glue's not dry yet. There we go. I mean, if you want to get really fancy, you give her some eyelashes, but I'm not going to try that today. All right, and then here we are. Give her some cheeks. I mean, you could put pink cardstock if you don't have a pink marker behind there. You could put blue cardstock. You can piece up the back however you wish. So this is our lovely fairy. Quick and easy. Very cute. Like I said, you could add flowers to her hair, pull out your dies, and dress her up a little bit more. So I'm going to just move her little shoes over here because this is the swinging part. Now, Liz has showed you one as well with, I think it was Dancing Douglas. It was so cute. So here is the card that I'm using. The die that I'm using. And this die is called the Photo Play, the Key Plate. I love this die. It's only $22.69. We don't have this one in stock right now. Every time it seems that I make something, somebody buys stuff before I could bring it to you live. So we did have quite a busy day yesterday and today. So my apologies if some of this stuff is out of stock, but we have a surprise at the end of this video. So stay tuned. So that's the die that I'm using today that you see right here. Okay, now I have pre-taped all of my paper. I'm using the Simple Stories Color Vibe and a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base, Nina paper, 110 pound. I've scored it to do a top fold. Let me just pull all of this out of here. Sorry, I need a garbage. Okay. I was trying to go fast and have this all done so you don't have to watch me pull all these. Okay, so I never put things on straight first try, so I need to be careful, and I'm going to use my glue. I learned this trick on YouTube, actually in 2020. We're all watching YouTube videos. Some of us still continue. I know I do when I'm cooking dinner. Okay, so that'll give you that little bit of slide if you don't put it on straight. So I can move her out of the way now. Keep her shoes. All right. Sorry. Okay. And it's edge to edge, 5 1/4 by 5 1/2, my paper. Okay, here we go. Always make sure I have my alligator mouth this way. And then this one, I used this paper here. I'm doing it in green. I used the Simple Stories. I don't have it here in front of me. I will let you know in a minute. Again, we sold out of the 6x8. I believe it's the Flower Market. I will correct myself soon. Okay, so that's one of the base plates. Let me bring this out so you can see it. Okay, that is one of the base plates here. I think I used the biggest one. All right, and then I took another piece in there and I ran it. I used a white cardstock. I ran it through my embossing folder, and I used the Altenew Garden Harmony. You can see the nice indentations there. And then that's the Garden Harmony. And that one, I believe, it's I think it's $12.99. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna guesstimate because I've had this one in my stash for a while. Okay, so that's going right here. Okay. And on this card, in case you're curious, for this embossing folder, I used the Natural Wicker Pattern. That's this one, also from Altenew, from my stash. But I'm keeping these out here for a good reason. So that's that one. I use that a lot, especially if I'm making little tote bags. I use that wicker one quite a lot. Okay, so now let's put together our fairy so that she could swing around on our card. And I need my dots. Okay, so we're going to figure out where she's going to be. Well, we can actually put on her shoes. So I'll find her shoe over here. There's one. I'm going to get glue on my mat, but that's okay. I'll clean it off right away. And here's another. These tweezers are the best. The best to hold the little pieces. It's like a third hand. See? Very simple. And you just do a little wiperoo. There you go. Now I need to know where I'm going to put my fairy. So I want her coming here. And her little legs are going to go there to swing. So what I do is, now that I know where she's going to be, let's bring her down just a tad. Where's my tweezers? Okay. She can have short legs. No, I advise she should have long legs because it swings better. Okay. So she's going to go there. I'm going to move her over. And this is where this comes in. Okay. That is the mechanism that's going to help you swing. We do have round pop dots, but I don't have any at the moment, so I'm using these little square ones. So now the key is you're not supposed to, oh, I wasn't supposed to take that out. I'm so sorry, one moment. This little thing has to stay on or she sticks. You know how you take them off to stick things? Well, do not stick. And reposition right there. That's all we need. So, because we don't want her to stick there. We want the legs to move freely. So because we know that her legs are going to be here, all we need is some pop dots here. And I could put some right about there. I just split them in half sometimes. And let me see, I'm going to flip her over. She should be fine. I don't need any more pop dots. Yeah, because we don't want to keep her legs from moving. So let's take these off. And we're going to position her right there. Okay. And there she goes. Her little legs swing around. You see that? It's hard to do it like when it's flat. It works better this way, you see? Ta-da! Okay, so there is Twinkle and her little magical dancing legs. So here we are. Now I've added some of my sequins from home. This calls for confetti. Just to let you know, we have 20% off of all our bling. That includes this calls for confetti. So stock up now because that's a great discount for our National Craft Month. Okay, so that is her. Now I'm just going to put her here for a minute. Now, just to let you know, I didn't get a chance to make a list of all the dyes and everything that I'm using today, but we will have it up tomorrow under our Inspirational Thursday category, and I'll tell you why. Because it's National Craft Month, and we need to do something wonderful for our customers in appreciation. So any dye that I list on Inspirational Thursday tomorrow, I'm not doing Inspirational Thursday. It's just going to be an extra post. Any dye that I list, and even that we don't have in stock and we can still get for you, you're going to get 15% off. Yes, that is 15% off. And I am going to write it down here. 15% off. You'll have 15% off of the fairy. She's in stock right now. We have quite a good stock of her. She's $25.99, 15% off. This one is coming into play. We have ordered that one. This is, again, the keyhole one, key plate. And this one we should be getting in at some point from Altenew. And this one, I believe we do have in stock. So I will list them all. These are the ones that I used for this card. It's like a little mini class, but a live one for you just to interact with us making this lovely old fairy. So that's that. I'm going to put those aside so that I remember to do the 15% off for you if you order. So that's that card. Are you having fun? Oh, your granddaughter would love the fairy? Yes. Oh, you'd like to, you may oh, well, you know what? Making you convert to being a card maker would be our delight, because that's how I started. I started scrapbooking, then I went to card making. All right, so let me find my other card. Okay, here it is. Now this card, I'll move these out of the way. We're on to card number 2. And here we are. This card is an interactive card that I'm going to go step by step with you today so that you can learn how to make a nice little diversable pop-up card. Ta-da! There you are. And there she is again. Now she's in the garden. And this is very easy to make. I've seen a lot of these on Pinterest. This is Pinterest inspired. The imagination was from me, but Pinterest inspired. When you open this card, you have a little pop-up. Okay. It does sit nice, but it will slide a little bit because of the depth inside. But let's construct that one together. Okay, so I have all my pieces pre-cut here. All right, and I wrote down the sizes. So you're going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay, and you're going to cut 2 5-inch. That's 2. I will put all of these on the inspirational post so you have them to follow through, okay? So I have 2 pieces. So what I've done is I've also, so you take the 8.5 by 11 Nina, you're going to cut at 5-inch vertical, okay? And then you're going to get 2 pieces at 5.5. These are my 2 pieces. Then you're going to take your scorer and you're going to score a half on each edge, okay? And then from there, we're going to score it in. Okay, there's 1. I've already pre-scored them. And there is 2. Now, there's nothing tricky about this. You're going to take the 2 scored edges like that. I'll move them over. And they're going to go like this. And then when they close, you have a card. So instead of having that closed finished edge, you're going to have this, but it's going to be tightly sealed because we are going to score and burnish. I mean, we already scored. We're going to burnish this really well so that when you put your tape, it sticks nicely. Okay. There you go. So the tape is going to go in here. So I will move this over a little bit in case you want to make one yourself tonight. So now I've also cut my pieces at 5 by 5. This is the Dreamerland paper. We have it in stock here. It's very nice. It's by Minte Papers. We have that. And that's what I'm using for the inside of my card. So I'm going to put this cloud this way. And it doesn't matter whichever way because it's all the sky. And then this one this way. So this is where I am going to use my tape. Actually, I could use my glue. So let's do one at a time. That's the top. This is the bottom. So here, I'm just going to go over here. You just want the glue on the panel, not on here. Now, don't worry if 5 by 5, all of a sudden you have to trim a little bit off the edge. Not to worry, as long as it covers. I wanted to do it edge to edge. Somehow, there we go. Okay, so as you see, I have to trim a little bit off the top. And my trusty scissors are Nowhere to be found. Oh, there they are. I mean, they're flowery. I think I'd find them. So yeah, I'm just going to trim a little bit off the side. Let your scissor guide you to the edge of the cardstock. That was it. And that's the bottom. And we're going to do this one. See the other side? It's so cute too. Look at that. It's almost a shame to cover that little cherub up. But for the fun of the fairies, we must use the pink cloud side. And this one as well. Just go right where you can. Push it down where you can, but make sure you have enough room. Did I do it the right way? Yes, I did. Okay. I need to get new, what do you call it? Cutting blades. Mine's a little dull. And just gonna cut that again to the edge. There we go. Okay, so now you have your inside. Now, we know that one's gonna be the top, so we'll just put that aside. I've already pre-cut this as well. And I do believe this is the Garden Market, but I'm just gonna double check because I wanna be able to give you the proper name. It is the Flower Shop. So I used the 6x8 Vintage Flower Shop by Simple Stories, the Simple Vintage. So that's what it's called, the Flower Shop. Okay, and then that's that paper here. But I used the 6x8. And we sold out of that, but we have more coming in. So I am going to make sure that's the one. Again, just put some of my Sweet Petunia glue press over here. Love her. This is my favorite tool of all times. I think it was rated the top tool for 2024. So we can look, okay, let's put the flowers this way. All right. Again, just making sure that I cover my card. I'm going edge to edge. There's no white space. And because the glue, I can move it around. So again, you're going to see a little bit. That's because I cut the card, the paper, the pattern paper at 5x5, but it's not true 5x5 because we have scored this part of the card. So now, as you see, you've got these two open edges and you have, oops, it will close once we put the tape. Just wanted to show you. There we go. We have the card like that. Okay. So we'll keep that up like this. And move that aside. I'm going to work on the front. We need to work on the front because in the middle everything gets bulky. So I've already pre-cut all of this. And I do have the one here. All right. So this is a little legend that I did just to show how I cut and which nested circles I used. We have this coming in. It's in our, I think Carol or Liz ordered it last week, or it's in our basket. Anyway, because I told them I'd be using this one. It was in stock with our supplier. So this is the Craft Lab Studio Light Essentials Cutting Dies. This is the nested circles. Again, this is from my stash. I really, really like it. It has all of these wonderful circles nested to create so many wonderful cards with them. So I'll just leave that over here. And that's just showing you how I did them. So I took the pattern paper, the gold, a little bit of vellum, and another pattern paper that's a little bit more subdued, and I made that little circle. So we'll put that over here because that's going to go on the front. And my circle is right here. So we have this one, this one, this one, and that one. So here I'm going to use some double-sided tape. On the back of this one. Oops, gets stuck on my fingers. All right. I'm using the fine tip, Judy, for the glue press. Yes, I haven't ventured off to the other tip. I'm still using my fine tip. Because I do a lot of, like, I put a lot of gems and stuff. And as you can see, these are little intricate dies. So that's going to go on here. Okay, and then we're going to do the vellum. Now the vellum, I can put glue because it's going to be covered once I put this on here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Don't have to go to the edge. Sorry, my arm's in the way. And then we're just going to go over here. Hopefully I'm centered. I can't really see very well from here. Okay, and then this one as well. I'm just going to put some glue on the back end. But look how pretty this paper is. That's the other side. Look how pretty it is. I just wanted to do this because we have a lot of business happening here. Okay. All right. So that's how you make this one. So that'll go on the front of your card. Now, I didn't bring my words with me. That's what I was looking for in my box. So these are the word bits from the same, what is it? The Flower Shop from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage. We do have a pack of those. They are fun for your cards, your journals, your scrapbooks, your tags. And I just put the You Make Me Happy on the top of this card. You can also use your creative expression dies, stamps, whatever you like. And the little butterfly is from the 6x8 paper. I just cut a little butterfly here to just give her a little bit of a triangular look here. There's like 1, 2, and 3. And the gems are Pink Fresh Glacier. Yeah, I'm almost out of these, but I've had them in my stash for a while. These are the Glacier. Now, all our gems, like I said, they're all 20% off for this first week of National Craft Month. So that's the front. I'll have this all constructed for you. See, it needs to dry. That's why I'm going to put it aside. But I want to do the inside because that's the main event. So that'll be the top. And here we go. I'll put that over here. We're going to make one more fairy really quickly. Okay. I brought a little piece of paper there. All right, so we're going to do the fairy. We're going to put her hair on her head. So if you missed the first fairy, we're doing another one really quickly. I would have had her all pieced together, but I figured, well, you know what? She's pretty quick to put together. Okay, and then again, we're going to take that little bit of white piece of paper. And what I do is I eyeball it and measure it like this. That should work. Let me see her head. Okay. All right, and then we're going to do this here just because we want to cover that up. Okay, nothing showing. All right. And then we're going to piece her dress. This time she has, where's my glue? Oh. This time she has a little flowery dress right here. And then we have this piece here. It's like leaves. Okay. And this time we're not using the legs, so I'm just going to move her legs over to the side. And we don't need the feet. There we go. Okay, we're going to put her head on here. Once you have your pieces, sometimes I cut like, I have a little tea tray that has compartments, and I will cut 3 or 6. I always go on the 3s. So that I always have, or I'll just make the fairies and then pair them up. But if you're dressing them, I really like to use the pattern paper that goes with what I'm using. Okay, so that can move over here. All right, and we're going to give her some gold wings. right here, below her shoulder blades. There we go. While that settles a little bit, I think on this one, I did some little stars like ponytail holders on the top. I'll put a little dab of glue here while that's drying on that side. Take the star here, this way. Now that star, when you cut out the wand, there's a wand and a star, so you don't have to cut all these little tiny pieces. Sometimes the dies are all together, as you can see here. There's the wand, and then there's the star. So basically the head, the hair, the wings, the dress, the little feet, this is a two-parter, and there you go. I don't think I cut out her band for her belly, or I did. I did. It was stuck in here. Static cling. Okay. We'll put this one here. All right. Hi, Trish. Oh, you're in a knitting group. Oh, another wonderful craft to belong to. How fun. Yeah, my daughter crochets. I find a different animal every day when I go home. Or body parts, because she never finishes a project right away. She'll go back after. Okay. I think I said a fib. Does she have legs? Of course she has legs. Okay, she has legs. Good thing I didn't throw those legs away. Now, the thing is, we're going to glue her legs and not put them on that swinger. On the pop dot, I'm going to just glue those legs right onto here. Okay, hold it down for a bit. There you go. Because we're going to need those legs to fit into the little garden that we're going to create. All right, so she's done. Let me just follow through, giving her some eyes and some rosy cheeks. Here we are. Again, the glue needs to dry a little bit, but you get the idea. And her eyes. If you didn't see the first fairy, you can add little eyelashes to her if you like, or freckles. Okay, so let me just make sure I just make sure she will pop down. All right, so she's all done here. And now, again, just to let you know, you will receive 15% off of, sorry, had to write it down, 15% off of this little fairy that I'm constructing. We have her in stock. And now I'm going to do the inside part. You've seen the outside, now the inside part. There, we'll leave her here. And here I put some cardstock just to cover on this side. Okay. And over here we have these flowers. Now those flowers, again, is another spellbinders that I'm bringing in. That one is the Vivid Blooms. It's their new flower. If you have Be Bold Blooms, you need this one in your stash. It's just gorgeous, and they intertwine together. They look beautiful together. Maybe if I have some time in the next couple of weeks, I might show how the Be Bold Blooms and the Vivid Blooms would make a beautiful front of a card. Okay, so that one is $43.39. You get 15% off. We only have one of these right now, but we're getting more in. But like I said, tomorrow is Inspirational Thursday. We do have someone doing the evening part, but I will list all of the items that I used for these two cards so that you can get your 15% off. So here's the flowers. I also have a cheat sheet for that. And my cheat sheet went, oh, here it is. Here's the flowers. I'm just going to put the fairy over here because if I lose her, I won't find her. Okay, so that is how you cut the flower. That's this flower here. So it's piece 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Simple. Very easy. So we're going to do, and then you just poke out the ones that have like the little opening, which I did not do on this flower, but that's okay. This would look nice with Wink Stella or glossy accents, like little dewdrops on your flowers. I chose to go pink and yellow. You could do whatever color you like. Now, I didn't take out these little pieces, but that's okay. That one I did. Okay. And then we have, so I have no nails. Here, we're going to adhere this one. Just hold that. I usually have an acrylic block or extra tweezers just to hold things down, but I didn't bring those with me today. But it's good to have when you're doing intricate work. And by meaning intricate work, it's not really that intricate at all. Look how quick I put those together. Okay. If you want to get really fancy, you could go around and you could take, say, picked raspberry or some other pink, whether it be Gina K or Tim Holtz, we carry them all, and just kind of shade to give some dimension to your flower. So that's the flower. Again, that is Vivid Blooms, and we have 15% off of that if you order, and I think the sale will go on until Sunday at midnight. All the details will be on our website tomorrow. And I'll make a post too. Okay, so let's go put our little fairy together. Now, I'm not going to go all fancy schmancy and finish the whole card. I'll do that after. I mean, we do have a sample. But these little butterflies that I put on the flowers are from this page. See how you can just take some paper. I really like the journal part, but I wanted to use the butterflies from here. And sometimes I've taken these 6x8 sheets and put them in a little frame in my craft room and interchange them with the collections. But this one I wanted to cut up because I really like the butterfly up here. It's got that little off the page vision, another off the page, and then these ones. And then these ones are just tucked in underneath, too far up. Thank you, Trish. I had a lot of fun making this one. I really did. Okay, well, I was watching YouTube videos and crime shows, of course. So now I'm going to take, okay, so this is the top part. So I'm going to just move this aside. I'm going to put some tape on here because now we're going to tape her all down. So we're going to take some tape. If you want to be brave, you don't have to use the glue, but tape on here. Okay. Just going to pull these off. And I'm going to put my fairy right about here. Oops, I'll move that out of the way because I'm off camera a bit. Sorry. There. Tape there. And then, whoopee, there you go. And then this one, I'm going to put it behind her here. And that one is going to come over here. All right. And then on this part, which is the bottom, the bottom piece, I'm going to put some tape here as well, just to give it some good stability. See how quick that happens? You can make this card. Once you make them and you know what you want to put in the middle. You can use acetate. I've seen on Pinterest where they've put a lot of flowers and the acetate looks like they're floating. I just didn't have any and I thought, okay, well, let's just try this. So now we're going to, this is the fun part. We're going to try to position our card. Push that down a little bit because they're going to line up together. All right. And we're just going to pinch, 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 pinch. And here you could put a strip. You could even, like, if you have a grass dye, as long as it's not too high to cover everybody, you could put that there, which I might do. And then, well, my flowers are a little bit off on this side, but that's okay because you can use a 6x6 envelope. They're supposed to be, they're supposed to be tucked in, but that's okay. So this is your card, and then, ta-da! You could put your sentiment in here. This one has the butterflies. See how easy that was to put together? 5x5 card, and ta-da! See how cute that is? Okay, so I'm going to put her aside because I am going to work with putting this on here after, and a sentiment, and my jewels. All right, I'll put my glue press back in its holster. Don't leave that overnight. I've done it a few times. I mean, it was okay, but don't do as I do. All right, so as I clean this up here for a second, let me recap what it is that we are going to be doing the 15% off on. Okay, so with my card number 1, she was here. Here she is. Goodness, she flew away. So card number 1, you saw me make this one, but I'm just going to show you the finished product. Card number 1, you will be able to get the 15% off of all the dies and everything that I used for that one. And again, like I said, I will list them. And then card number 2, same thing. Just going to move this out of the way so it looks all nice and pretty. There you go. 1 and 2. And it's 5 o'clock. All right, not too bad. The timing's fine. And I hope you enjoyed this little kind of like a craft, inspirational crafting with you to show you how to use this sweet little fairy die by Spellbinders, the Dancing Fairy Twinkle. She is 15% off. And you could do so many things with her. If you have an envelope die, you can make her the Tooth Fairy. You can dress her up for Halloween. A Christmas fairy. So many things. And it's the Fairy Fashionista segment of our National Craft Month. So you can dress her up however you please. So thank you very much for tuning in today. Tomorrow is Inspirational Thursday, and we will have our post up just before noon hour to introduce to you who will be on our lineup tomorrow. And in the morning, I will have all of the lovely dies and embossing folders that I use. So if you want to take advantage of those for National Craft Month with the 15% off, I will have them all listed. Again, don't worry if they're not in stock. I will have them listed, and all you have to do is communicate with us if you want them, and we can do special orders. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, and don't forget to twinkle. Bye.